Welcome to the Bella Grind Podcast, where we like to say it is go time. This is a place and a space for Black women to elevate their voices and for us to encourage you to go after your dreams, go after your goals, and most importantly, go after the bag. That's the money. So we say it's go time. I have with me today Danielle Jackson with JT Talent Management. She is about to be a whole lot of fun, so I hope you all are ready. And the thing is, this is really who she is. Like, what you see is what you get, so y'all just be prepared, okay? So we're getting ready to just jump right in. Are you ready?
Of course, let's do it.
Are you sure?
Why not?
Because I'm ready. I am ready. So I want you to share with my audience, because I think that you have a great story about pivoting. And so when I think about your story, that's what I think about. She was a master at pivoting. So that's what we're going to pull from you today, because I want you to be able to share those strategies with my listeners. So let's start off with the story. And I know the story, it's so funny, you all, but I want to start off with your story for how you freed yourself from corporate America.
So you mean the cubicle slavery?
Yes, that
yes.
part.
So it was a process. I don't know if anybody ever knows what it feels like when the walls are closing in on you. That's a cubicle. And receive it and accept it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I've always known that there was something more. There was something more about me. I didn't really know what it was. But I knew that being in a cubicle, working for somebody else, building their dream wasn't it. That just wasn't it. And I literally got an email one day, and she knows the story. And I just closed my laptop and got up and went to my supervisor and was like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to stay here, because if I do, then I'm gonna either hurt myself or someone else. And that was real talk for me. And he just looked at me and said, well, I think you might need to go, but where are you going? And I said, I don't know. And that was the moment for me to be able to just truly put my hands up in faith in God, and say, I don't know, but this ain't it. It's not gonna be here. Mm-hmm. And I left, and I had to remember my resources. So when you pivot, faith without works is dead. We do know that, but don't leap into the water without some type of covering. Don't be stupid. Have faith, but don't be foolish. And I pulled my resources together. I had a 401k. I had been working in corporate America over 20 years. So I had a 401k. I knew that mental health, which I was not mentally well, was the reason why I took FMLA. Mm-hmm. Use your resources. And I took those 3 weeks. 3 weeks turned into 6 weeks, turned into 9 weeks, turned into a one line resignation. Mm-hmm. That just said, with tremendous amount of appreciation and excitement, I am turning in my resignation as of the moment you're reading. Thank you. That was it.
That was it.
That was my resignation. Mm-hmm. And I left. I left my job. But the day I left my job is when my son got New Edition.
Oh.
The day.
Oh.
The day of it. And I tell that story. If you prepare for your pivot, the blessings just gonna flow. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not at the mercy of someone else's design. Mm-hmm.
Almost like God opened up the door. You freed yourself. Like, see, I'm out of here.
I'm gone. Same
day they call you and tell you that your son has his gig.
Mm-hmm. I was gone. I wouldn't care if my son was working at McDonald's.
I knew I wasn't going back there.
I knew I wasn't going to be there. I knew I wasn't going to be there. I mean, thank you, Lord, but I knew I wasn't going to be there. I would have thanked God for flipping them burgers as well, because it was the peace for me. It was the peace. So,
oh, you better say that. It's the peace, because we'll hold on. I can raise my hand because I'm guilty. We'll hold on to what we think is security, right? In lieu of our mental health. And you chose your mental health
over everything. Over everything. Friends, family, bills. It's the peace.
It's the peace for you.
Let everything else go.
And then
I will. Right?
I do know you will. That's why it's so funny, and that's why I was like, you have to share this story, because there is a woman right now, who is like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back in here tomorrow, but she's going to get up and she's going to go tomorrow. I'm her. You had the courage to say, It's peace over everything for me.
But remember, your journey is not my journey.
That's right.
And you got to remember, we women have to remember that our journeys are so different. I was molested when I was 10 years old. That may not be her journey, but that made my strength a little bit different than hers. So when your time comes for you to get up and close that laptop and leave, it's going to be for you. People are going to be looking at you the way they're looking at me, like, what is she? Because you might do yours a little different. You might have on a trench coat. You might come in a little different.
Walking out because I will do it.
Yeah. You know, me, I cleaned my whole desk a whole week before. I had one pen.
That was it.
Everybody was like, is she getting ready to kill herself? Like, no, this
you knew
pen.
You were gone.
I was gone. I was gone.
It was their pen.
It was their pen. Because I didn't want to take anything
that was not yours. So I'm going to leave your pen with girl.
Both jobs I did that. Oh yeah, I quit my job
Twice. And you left their pens.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least they know you have integrity. They know it.
Thank you. Ain't gonna call me no thief.
That part. I left your pens. So with you. So after you left these people's pens,
yeah,
and you exited out, and so now you're out in the world. You've made this big decision for yourself, right? So here is where the pivot is getting ready to start, because now you have to think this thing through, and you did. You became like an entrepreneur off the bat.
Oh, no. Because the next day I cried. I said, what have I done?
Go to that then. So
what
that
have
next day,
I done?
Okay.
I started to second guess myself because I was like, what have I done? I have quit my job. Like, I basically, in more words than many, and this supervisor probably knows, gave this woman my behind to kiss. Like, I burnt that bridge. That bridge burnt.
There is no crossing back.
And I was like, what have I done? And God was like, you trusted me.
Yeah.
Ooh. You trusted me, and it ain't always going to feel good. You trusted me. And I was like, but God, you trusted me. Do you still trust me? Do you still trust me? You know, I trusted you through this situation. And you trusted me through this and that and that. And now because you quit this job, and I was like, but God, that was almost 6 figures almost. Like,
yeah.
He was like, I'm rich in houses and land. I got gold in the streets. I created all of that. And you worried about that? And I had to really start speaking to myself. But I went for a few weeks, not just lost. Just lost because I was trying to pull at straws. What should I be doing? And while I was doing that, not realizing that behind the scenes stuff with Miles happened, with New Edition. And then I didn't have to work. But it was that moment. Remember, during that time of pivoting, and it's crazy you talk about pivoting with me, because when you have that moment of turning, it's not always 180.
Right.
It might be 145.
It might even just be 90.
It might be,
just one little quick.
You might just turn your head a little bit.
Yeah.
So we got to remember that, you know, your pivot and my pivot is different, your journey, but it ain't always going to feel good. I did not just jump right into entrepreneurship. I jumped into depression.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Say it, sis.
Yeah, I jumped into depression.
And then had to see yourself out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was deep. That was deep. Yeah, that was a deep time. Yeah.
So then your next venture, how did you happen upon it? Because, well, and you keep bringing up my baby. I have to go ahead and just say.
We can talk about him later.
She has a wonderful son who you've seen on the big screen several times, but I'll let her share that if that is what she wants to share. But she has an amazing son who is an actor. And so there's that piece too. And I don't want to leave that out, because what I know is that there was a job that ended up living there for you.
Yeah.
With him, because that was your baby.
Yeah. But
then you also had another venture too. So you pick which one you want to share.
Are you speaking of the semicolon line? Which one? So during that time of me pivoting, I was able to accept, acknowledge, and address my mental health. For years, I knew that there was something different about my mind, and I don't mean crazy like you think, because you know me and you crazy. So. But I knew that together, it's a whole adventure. But I knew that there was something, the way I thought about things. There was times where I would always think death on me. I would always think that I couldn't make it. There was times I couldn't get out of the bed. I couldn't, my house looks a mess, and my house looks a mess now, but I'm not depressed. Different things.
Woo, you're just a boss. That's what that means.
I got 3 boys. That's what it's called. But realizing that I needed to go through something to really kind of get to to be able to handle the other stuff. I needed to address me first. The anxiety that I never took care of, the triggers from, being molested at 10, and I never addressed those things.
Right.
So I had learned about the semicolon life through a young lady on Facebook who had the semicolon project. And she talked about, she was a young girl. She was like in her 20s. And she talked about how the semicolon was signified more to the story. And realizing that a period says that we're at the end. We're done. Finished, no more. But a semicolon says there's more to the story. And not only that, but those stories connect. So I love grammar. I love English. So if you take two ideas and you put them together, it becomes a complete idea, correct? But if you put a period in the middle, those are separate ideas.
They are.
But we live in a lot of different ideas. We live in a lot of different segments, right? So why in that segment? Why in that segment? We were different segments in college, girl. Way different than you.
Very.
Way different segments in college.
We won't even talk.
Way different, right? But it's the same idea. It's it connects together. So I started the Semicolon Life LLC, which just reminds women that there's more to your story, and to never give up and never put a period. And always remember, it is what it is until it's something else. Yeah. People always say, oh, it is what it is. Yeah, right now. But it's going to be something else. And how you going to deal with that? And allow God, Buddha, Jesus, whoever you want to call them, the divine you, whatever. Allow that energy to get you to the something else. Yeah. So that's what I birthed. That's what I'm working on. And that's what I'm excited about right now.
And it's so dope.
Thank you, honey bun.
It is so dope. Let's talk about also the job, because like I said, phenomenal son. I started to talk with you. I'll be on the phone with you, and you turned into a momager. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I remember I was thinking to myself, yeah, she was going to have to leave eventually anyway. Yeah. Because that was your, at the time he was a minor. Yes. And you jumped into that like. Yeah. Tell me about that journey.
So I spoke about leaving my job and not really realizing that was going to go. New Edition. My son plays, his name is Miles Truitt. He played young Ronnie in the New Edition story. He's also had his own feature film called Ken with Michael B. Jordan, who was the executive producer. He also played in Queen Sugar, Black Lightning, ATL. ATL actually got a Grammy Award nod for that. Yes. Which our platform is Bullying. I'm really proud about that. But right now he plays B. Mickey on the BMF series. And it's been picked up for season 2. So I'm excited about that. Yes. So this all happened fast because I'm still trying to do me, but became momager. Right? So from New Edition, he quickly was seen on set and was picked up by J. Purvis Talent Agency. And Michael B. Jordan said, I want this kid for this film. So from LA, we came home for about 2 weeks, and then we lived in Toronto for a few months for that. That was big. But it was so very different because it is a fine line between mom and momager. And we know, because you have a phenomenal young boy out there playing baseball and in college. And so you had to manage his career. And sometimes we got to talk to them as mom, but a lot of times we got to talk to them as manager. Yeah. And to be able to separate that. I started managing him when he was 12. So if you can imagine a little boy going through puberty with his own hotel room, and you can't basically tell me nothing. Of course, he would never say anything because he'll tell you I'll snatch his whole front out, all the way out. I said it on film. But
just so he can be reminded.
He would be reminded.
Although, Miles, you are grown, but do not get it twisted.
They still come out.
Whole fronts.
All of them. But so being able to have to discipline him on set in front of a whole bunch of people, so I became that manager, and it's important that you know who you are, because I think I had a time where I lost myself. And
that was going to be my segue. How did you keep yourself in that? Because that was his life. And I know because my son, that's his life. and you had to still manage it,
Mm.
and you still had semicolon, and you were one thing about you were very intentional about your mental health during that time.
Yeah.
So how did you not lose yourself? Or did you lose yourself?
Yeah, there were times I lost myself.
Fine. Okay.
Oh, yeah, there was times I lost myself. I think I called you when I lost myself. I think you prompted that question because you wanted me to say that. I won't call your name on film, but you know. Yeah, so there was times where I lost myself, where there was times where you had to call your girlfriends and be like, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this. I have to be in front of these people. I have to be in front of these people, and they want me to be this thing and be that, and then I got to go home, and I'm trying to tell him to clean his room, and he looking at me like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
feeling himself.
You must not know that. You must not know who I am, boy. The whole fronts, all of that. Until I realized that I can't be anything to him or anybody else if I ain't everything to myself.
You better
everything.
Say it one more time. Just one more time for me.
In the back.
For the people in the back.
People in the
can't
back.
What?
You can't be anything to anybody else unless you are everything to yourself.
To yourself.
Everything.
That's a whole
everything. Your husband can't fulfill you. Your friends can't fulfill you. Your children, your career can't fulfill you. Your dildo can't fulfill you. You can't. None of them things can fulfill you. Period. Until you take care of yourself. Well, I don't know about a dildo, but that's a whole other thing. Sorry, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta love yourself. You gotta totally love yourself because otherwise, what can happen is you will become a chameleon. People say, "Oh, that's good because I can just fit in." I ain't never fit in. I never fit in.
Not born to.
Not born to.
You weren't designed to fit in.
And you weren't either. We weren't. We're like a bed of flowers. And so, we all look different. We all smell different. We all come from different seeds. So, I had to take those times where he's on set. He has a DP. Use your resources. Hey, Jan, I'm going to go to maybe Starbucks for about an hour and a half. You got Miles, because there's always a social worker on set. You can always step off set no matter what they say. You can always step away. Earshot is a cell phone. Earshot and iShot for all you moms that's got kids in the theater. I just need time. But knowing that, okay, I'm about to break. And I'll tell you a story real quick about that. Miles knew I was about to break. And I came home to the hotel room in LA, and he could just tell I was kind of off. I was, antsy and biting at him for different things. And he asked, could he go to one of the other kids' hotel room? I said, yeah. So I went to the store to get some groceries, came back. He had ran me a bath. Aww. And had put me a book by the side. Don't be on.
No, because I'm such a boy mom, and I love them. And I love him.
I was trying to be hard, but it was, I mean.
That would have broken me down.
It did. It did.
Okay.
I'm hard though.
As long as you keep it real though.
I cried. I was like, oh my God, my baby. And I loved it. And that's when I realized truly that he understood me. Yeah. And you have to have those conversations that I told you to have with your baby. Like, I've never had a 17-year-old. You've never been 17. Hey, dude, work with me. Like, work with me. I'm going to make mistakes. But work with me, because you make a whole lot more, because I was 17 before. Yeah. That's the one up I got on you. That's the one up I got on you.
That's what I always tell Miles. Been there, done that. My Miles. Been there, done that. And I have several T-shirts. We do. Both of us have Miles.
And they both drive us crazy.
They do. But we love them.
I will.
Like, immensely. We do.
Don't
the answer is C. The answer is C. Is always C.
Her son Miles is in college because of the test he took with me. I don't care what anybody say. I'm taking all credit. The SB belonged to me. All of that belonged to me.
Because every answer is C.
C.
Yeah, he didn't listen. he did.
I tried to tutor him one day. He was like, "Auntie, no." I said, "Try it." I bet you a C. It wasn't a lot of C's, but
it was some C's, but every answer is not C.
For the most part.
Okay. Well, he made it to college. That's all that matters. Because of you. So let's jump into how momager, and you tell me if this is true or not, because this I don't know the answer to. Did being momager lend itself to your new venture now?
So to JT Talent? Yes. So We literally started JT Talent Management for tax purposes.
Who is we?
Me and my amazing husband.
Thank
So
you.
let me
Shout
tell
out
you, my
Monty.
husband, Monty, is amazing, but you won't see him on this film. He is the security. He's the businessman. He's the finance guy. He's the cook. Yes, he cooks. He throws down. He does all that. He's the football coach for the kids, the basketball coach for the kids. He's that guy. He just tell me, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. And most of the time I go with what he say.
Mm-hmm.
You know. He tell me sit down, and I be getting up later though.
You sit down at first, but I be getting back up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You need one of those in your life.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I have one too.
And you be like, I'll be back. So we actually started JT Talent for tax work purposes. So and that's something I love to share, you know, when I through my website and through education about working with parents with their kids in the industry is, you know your money. And you know how you tax a 14-year-old, right? You're taking a lot of their money. Yeah. So if you do corporate taxes, right, it's less money. So we started this thing just for tax purposes. And now I have 6 clients that I manage because I don't want parents to go down the same path I went. Lost a lot of money, a lot of time, just wasted. And so I felt like the advice I was giving some of my friends, I need to start sending an invoice. Real talk, because know your worth and send an invoice.
Say that again.
Know your worth and send an invoice.
That part.
Because you're worthy.
A lot of Black women don't know that.
Yeah,
but I still don't know what my invoice.
Yeah, I don't know what my invoice is either, but my invoice is saying to you, how can we work this out? Like, I want to help you, but I need help with something too. So that could be an invoice. It doesn't have to literally, so I'm speaking figuratively, but we're all in this to help each other, right? We should be in this. So I might say, Jan, you know, for instance, I'm having an event.
Yes.
I need to do a promo video. You'll see it. Of course, I'm going to talk to my homegirl, right? Because she has Bobby. So we're going to work together.
Bobby. Say it like Whitney, girl. That's how we call
Bobby. Oh, Bobby, what's up? But it's all about bartering. You know, it's all about working together because that's how we build. But so we decided that I started collecting all the stuff and the knowledge that I had and just kind of putting it together to see how I could help other parents. The one thing that's different between me and I can say any other management company, and I don't know, I haven't researched all of them, but I'm definitely set aside.
You better say it, sis.
I'm looking at the total kid, the total talent, like mind, body, and skill. Like, I need to know that you are okay up here so that you could be okay behind the camera. And I think a lot of times agencies, that's not their job. That's not their job. You know what I'm saying? That's not really their job to be making sure that you don't have anxiety, you know. But my job may not be that you don't have anxiety, but I want to give you a resource. I want to connect you with someone. And so being a momager, bumping my head, learning new things, all brought me to JT Talent. And so yeah, we got 6 clients, doing it by myself, me and my husband, and yeah.
But y'all doing the thing though.
Yeah, we are.
Y'all doing the thing. Girl, toot your own horn. Like,
we are. I'm enjoying this. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm learning. I did not venture into this to be a manager. You know that. That was not me. I didn't know what I wanted to be. A mom growing up. People say, what you want to be when you grow up? I was like, a mom. That's what my mom is. She a mom. I didn't know what she did, but mom be. You know?
And you wanted to be like
I
her.
just wanted to be like my mom. So God said, so, and here it is.
And here it is. And so something else that I noticed about you with that, you still are very intentional about your day. So if you follow her on social media, you'll see that she is very good about showing you where her office is for the day. Right? And when she shows you where her office is for the day, it could be a coffee shop or whatever, she will then tell you about her grind, like what she might be doing at that time. And so I think that is so, like, whenever I look at that is your brand, right?
Yeah.
You don't even have a hashtag for it, but like office for the day is what I think about when I look at her stuff. And so it is so. See? Office for the day, because it is. And she'll show you that. And, while she might be, because we always get it twisted, right? We think that entrepreneurship is easy.
No, not at all.
We think that is easy.
Yes.
And I'm guilty.
Yes.
We think that entrepreneurs, they get to own the day. They're managing their own time. And it takes a lot. You have to really will yourself to do that.
Yes.
And you are very honest. She's very honest about that on her social media, right? If it's working out, I don't feel like it today, but I guess I'm here and get these 30 minutes in.
Let's do it.
I'm sitting here planning. She'll have her planner, her coffee, and
I'm
trying to figure it out. Office for the day. It needs to be a hashtag.
It is.
Like, seriously.
It
needs to be a hashtag. And all of my Bellas need to go and check out what her office for the day is, because it's all these different places, and it depends on what she needs to inspire her for that day to get going.
I love that.
But that's what it is, though.
It is. I'm all over the place. I could be in my car, Starbucks. Oh my God. I could be, when we were on vacation, I was sitting at the beach. Yeah. Yeah, on the stairs, especially if I'm trying to get away from my kids. It could be, y'all might catch me sitting on the side of the tub. Be like, shh.
Just be quiet, though. Yeah.
Mommy. Yeah.
But why is that important, though? Like, tell them why that is. Why is it so important as an entrepreneur to be intentional like that? And to.
So I'm excited because I have been doing this 11:11, putting this thing out. In the morning at 11:11, my alarm goes off. And at night at 11:11, even if I'm asleep, my alarm goes off. And I say what I have, not what I want. So for instance, I wanted to connect with 4 amazing women. Like, that was my intentionality starting last week. I was like, I want to connect with 4 amazing women. Like, I'm boss chicks. Like, I want to, I already had you. I want some more, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I need 4 of them. And so every day at 11:11, I say, I have 4 new contacts. They so badass. They got money. They got power. They fine. You know what I'm saying? I started just saying, well, it might as well be like, who are these women?
You want to know where they're coming from.
Let me tell you, this week, I met 4 amazing women. I posted 2 on my social media, and they are boss chicks. They have their own business. But what did I have to do? When you speak that intentionality, it seems as if, I don't know, our spirits start to move in that direction.
Yeah, it will align.
Okay.
And the universe will align.
It just will. And so I think that if you are intentional in your business as well, by saying, you know what, today from 1 to 2, I am going to Starbucks. Make it like an appointment.
Yeah.
From 1 to 2, I'm going to turn my phone off. I'm going to do these things from 1 to 2. You would be amazed how your to-do list works. And if you don't do that, you're going to be all over the place. Ask me how I know.
How you know?
Because I be all over.
When you don't plan.
When I don't plan, baby, I just literally am all over the place. That's why people say time is money and money is time.
Yeah.
Early is on time and on time is
late.
Come on, D9.
That part.
Come on, D9.
Late.
This poodle ain't on here for nothing.
Hey.
Huh. And we don't play that. And you have to remember that when people are investing in you, like I messed up with a client. Real talk. I messed up with a client. And I had to apologize because I got my times mixed up.
Okay.
And I didn't have time to plan around fixing it. So when you prepare to be unprepared, you're always prepared. I didn't have that time.
Prepare to be unprepared, and then you're always prepared.
Right. So like when we go on vacation, we be packing a whole bunch of stuff. We might go here. We might do this. You be bringing them high heels. You're not going to wear them high heels. But if they say, let's go out, just me and you, and we going to get a little ratchet, you're going to pull out them heels. But what if you didn't have them heels for ratchet night?
See, then you unprepared.
You unprepared. I don't know why the ratchet night came in, but.
Well, because we're ratchet. It's okay, though.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And they love it.
They do. Yeah, the ones that need to love it. They love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have amazing husbands that love the ratchet night. I think they're going to be calling talking about some when is ratchet night.
When is ratchet night?
When is...
Question mark.
Girl,
might have started something, but woosah. We're gonna pivot. That's a whole nother podcast.
You invited me.
Yes, I did. And I knew I did not tell y'all it would be fun. I knew she was going to bring this right here. We won't even get on what we were talking about before the camera started rolling.
That's outtakes. I don't know. Is that on your For You? Do you have a For You?
I don't have a For You.
I don't have a For You either.
I don't have an OnlyFans either.
OnlyFans either. I don't think
but we would make some money though.
We would.
Just on our conversation
just on
alone.
This conversation.
Fully dressed.
Oh my God.
Could just have a conversation.
Behind the scenes, y'all don't even want to pivot. Anyway.
Let's come back around. Let's come back around.
I've enjoyed talking to y'all.
I have a fast round for you.
Oh my God.
Are you ready?
Oh Lord Jesus. Bobby, you ready to edit? Okay.
Don't edit anything. We're going to keep this just like it is.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Sorry, Pastor.
Or if your pastor is watching, I'm so sorry. It's not me, it's her.
The evangelist might be. My mama, but she gonna be like, that's
Mama, I promise it wasn't me. It was.
She already know.
And I'm gonna pray for her afterwards.
She already know.
She already know what it is. Okay, here we go. Fast round.
Okay.
This one's an easy one. Because you are the queen of office for the day.
Okay.
Right? When you think of productivity, morning routine or night routine? When are you the most productive?
Night.
Ooh, why night?
I hate mornings.
Really?
My husband be up all early. I be like,
mad. You're not a morning person.
No. Let me tell you, I used to work at this job and they would not even come to my desk till 10 o'clock. I said, double digits.
Don't talk to me.
None of my appointments, none of my meetings. I'd be there at 7 o'clock if I have to be, but I'm prepared because I'm only there because I don't want to be late.
Right.
But I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to work. Like, wait. Yeah. And
double digits.
Double digits. Don't talk to me till 10 o'clock. My hours from my company are even from 10 to 7.
Okay. Because you know yourself.
I know myself. So know yourself when you start your. Don't be trying to talk about we open at 8 and y'all don't answer the phone.
Or when you answer the phone, you have an attitude. Don't do that.
Or groggy. Or we hear the covers moving.
Yeah. Don't do that. That's ghetto too.
Yeah. Call me at 10.
10 o'clock it is. Who is your inspiration and why? I should have said with the fast round, you don't get a whole lot of time to think.
So, you mean in the industry or just period?
Just period.
My mom.
Oh,
my mom is my
Mama.
inspiration, girl. I mean, my mom told me that I was depressed and smoking too much weed. She told me that.
Your mama?
My mama. I'll never forget, y'all. My mama told me. She said, and let me tell you something. It's the Bella Grind, but I love all people. I don't have a problem with the LGBTQ elemental people. I don't care about that. I'm just telling you, me. My mama said it's 2 things that she never wanted for me. One, to be a drug addict, and one, to be a lesbian. She said, I know you're not a lesbian because I know you like dick. But what else are you on? Because I had hit such a low jam.
Yeah.
And I have something called the Black Sweater series. A girlfriend of mine I brought up about how I used to wear this black sweater all the time.
Yeah.
And it was just so heavy. And I remember snatching it off in my mid-depression. Like I felt like it was bricks. But I wore this heavy black sweater to work every day, going through my depression. And that's when she came to my job and was like, I know you ain't sleeping with a woman. But what is it? What are you on? This is not just marijuana. And it was, but it was depression.
Yeah.
It was and too much of anything is a bad thing. And so my mother has always inspired me to be like, she was that one that be like, she the evangelist and stuff. And I know your pastor probably listening. They might be, get your ass up. Like my mother would be like, get up. Like, we don't have time. That ain't even in your DNA. Like, the queens, even before you and before me and before grandma and great grandma, that's not in their DNA to give up. She's always been the one. Also, the fact that she's always shared with me, I think what did it for me is the moment she shared with me her depression and her anxiety and the fact that she was in an abusive relationship and allowed me to pull from that and saying, well, man, I can get out. I can get better. But my mom is like, hands down, the boss.
Yeah.
The boss. And my friends be like, I need to talk to your mama. Excuse me, does she mind?
But she's wise though.
She's very wise.
So
she's
that's what they're
wise.
seeking. And I do have to say, so while those are your mom's views, we respect everybody here on the Bella Grind podcast and on the Bella Grind platform. And so I just want to make sure that we reiterate that. But it was important that she share that because it was her mom's position and it was how her mom was able to see that you were in need and that you needed to change some things. And
we love drug addicts too.
We love everybody.
We love drug addicts too.
We respect people.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Let me tell you something. The power that is in all of us because we are so unique is amazing. If we could tap into the strength of us being different and us being unique and us having different views, what would it be like if we were all the same? What would it be like if we all thought the same?
Yeah.
Boring. So the whole fact is respect.
It is.
It's all respect.
It's all about respect. And we can all learn, from each other's experiences. We are all the sum of our own experiences. And then we can learn from each other's experiences. And that was her experience. But I want to make sure I say that we love and respect.
You're going to have to put that everybody like a disclaimer or something.
Disclaimer, yes.
We're going to have to put that
because
down
there,
I love
my LGBTQIA community. I love everybody.
Stories I can't tell y'all on here.
Yeah.
We've had some fun on Pride Week.
Here we go. Here's our next
Yes! Where is my brother? See, okay, so I have a god brother that we attend Pride, honey. Yeah.
I bet y'all have a blast.
We have a blast. Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast. We have a blast because let me tell you something. The freedom for me.
It's the freedom.
It's the freedom to be like, forget what people think about you.
And the pride in self.
Yes, I'm prideful in who I am.
You better say it.
And that's the beauty of it. Beauty of it all. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, that's a whole nother podcast. We had fun.
What would you tell your younger self?
What would I tell my younger self?
Because
I used to talk to my younger self all the time. I say, self say, huh?
She would answer you back.
She would answer me back.
And then what would you say to her?
Girl, get it together. I think I would tell my younger self, I told you so. I told you. You know what I mean? Like, now let me tell you what my younger self thought. My younger self, they were going to have a baby by P. Diddy. That's what my younger self
Not
thought.
P. Diddy.
Yeah, because at that time he had P. Diddy.
P. Diddy.
Yeah, girl.
Scorpio brother.
Yeah. P. Diddy. I just thought he's, you all right looking, but you are a boss. Like, he has it all together.
Boss,
You know what I'm saying? And, maybe it was the shoulder moves. I don't know
what it was.
But that's what I will tell my younger self. Thank God you didn't get P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I told you so. The things that you were worried about, the things that you thought that you weren't going to be able to do or make it or whatever. I told you. I told you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like all of it.
Aww.
Even though we made it through. Peace.
We made it through.
Younger self, guess what? We make it. We're going to make it through. It's going to be real hard.
It's going to be real hard.
But we survive it, right?
Ooh, yeah.
That part.
Yeah. Ooh.
What's next for you? What's next for JT Talent Management? What's next for Office of the Day? Office for the Day. All of that. What's next?
Well, for JT Talent, we are still building. We're trying our very best to, I know we can't be perfect, but we do want to make sure that we are performing in excellence. And so we have kind of slowed up on taking clients and just really honing in on working with the clients that we have right now. I'm doing a little bit of web learning and learning different web design stuff so I can make sure that my website is up and running. I'm going to be trying to connect with more. I'm looking for, I will have, and I'm going to have, I would love to work with or walk beside another talent manager, preferably a Black woman, just so I can rub elbows and be able to learn from them. And it's crazy because a lot of times people don't want to do that, but there are women out there that do. There's somebody out there. So we're building. Building. 3 out of my 2 clients have already been signed to agencies. So now we're just trying to get them booked on the big screen. I'm happy about that. As far as the semicolon life, in January, January 9th, I'm really, really excited in Atlanta, Georgia. We are going to be having something called the Knitted Quilt. If you know anything about a quilt, it's a bunch of pieces. Okay, and with those pieces, they are put together by thread, by whatever, but they're connected, right? So my goal in January 9th is to bring some of my girlfriends who are absolutely amazing, who have made it in different industries, to remind us women that we are not normal. We are not regular. And the same things that they went through or the things that they've gone through and been victorious is in us too. And so we are all kind of cut from the same cloth in some way. We all have some of those same designs. So I'm hoping that you will be able to join me. I'll be definitely marketing this very soon. I'm going to be having the young lady who is from, if you've seen the Power in Black Tees, yes. So she is half owner of Power in Black Tees, as well as the young lady who is, she runs her own huge #1 marketing and branding team. I got some boss chick friends. Yeah. And I want to share them with you. You know, we got a comedian. We're going to have a red carpet. You're going to have food. I told y'all my husband cooks, right? So he throws down. Down. He throws down. And I don't know how to cook. Don't judge me. I will come for you. So
judge your mama.
Judge your mama. Okay. So that's January 9th. So the Semicolon presents the Knitted Quilt. It's Sunday, January the 9th. I am really, really excited.
I will be in.
You will be in the place.
The building, as long as you know.
The building. It's going to be so much fun. So I'm excited. My first event that I'm promoting and planning and doing everything just our company. I don't have a PR or anybody. I'm just doing it, man.
Go time.
Go time.
And that's what we say. It's just go. I posted yesterday. One of my favorite authors was saying, you know, you just have to take the first step. Like, just go, and then you optimize it. Yeah. Right? And when she said it, that thing hit me like, woo.
Just go.
Just go.
Just go. I posted today. I said, jump, leap, step, just do it. Because you're not gonna know whether it's gonna work or not if you don't try it. You know, and you're gonna fall forward. You know, hopefully you'll fail forward. You know, regardless.
Ooh, let me tell you the two messages that keep coming up, because you know I subscribe to Fail Forward. Teach my son that. My girlfriends, like all of us, you know, we always talk about failing forward or falling forward. Failing forward equals the win, right? Because if you fall or fail forward and you pull the lesson from it, that's where the win is, right? So if you had to describe the semicolon life, right? How would you describe it?
I like to call it a safe space. A safe space for women to realize that their elements connect. And to not give up. So via social media, via videos, I have a book coming out. I want to tell you about that. Girl, I know, but that's like when we go sit down and eat. And talk. That kind of book. So a book coming out through media, through conversation, through events, through connecting, through networking, that there's a safe space for women to be able to realize they're not alone. I don't know if we talked in depth about this whole semicolon thing, but it started with a young lady, Amy Bluell. She was the founder of the Semicolon Project. And that was the first time I saw a semicolon. I kind of wanted to figure this whole thing out. And then realizing she was the one that explained to me that it was not the end of a sentence. Well, I definitely want to send some love to her family, because in 2017, she passed away. She died at the hands of suicide. She was a visionary. She was the founder of this organization. She was featured on People and ABC. And she was a fighter. A fighter. And sometimes we lose our fight. But I cannot, accredit my whole semicolon journey without saying that this young lady was definitely influential in reminding me of my semicolon life. And that's what I want to do. I want to pay it forward with young ladies. And that's what we're doing with the first event in January. So it's a movement. I like to call it a hope initiative.
Oh, I like that.
That's something that I would like to call it, a hope initiative.
And I hope that you get to meet her family one day, because really you're carrying on a legacy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we shout. So we shout out Amy Bluell. Yes. We thank you so much for leaving that legacy. Yes. So that's what's up.
Yes, I send love to your family, and just remind them that you continue to live in our hearts.
Yeah.
And every time I look at my semicolon tattoos, I think of what you left behind for us.
That is so awesome.
It really is. Mm-hmm.
So it's funny that you say that, because that just hit me, and that's what I want you to take away from this. And another thing, let me tell you how God just used you. I was just actually talking to Bobby today, because the mentorship piece is just slowly starting to develop. And so for you to say, I'm looking for a mentor, right? That's part of Bella Grind, and the platform that we are providing is to set up those opportunities for women to be mentored, for young girls to be mentored, right? So now I know I got to get on my grind and find you a mentor. And the only thing I ask of you is that you pay it forward. So once you're mentored, when I send the next lady to you, that you mentor her.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Pouring directly into her.
You better say it. That's all I ask. That is all I ask.
That's your invoice.
That's my invoice. Oh, you better come through, sis. You better come through. That's my invoice.
This is what you need me to do. This is what I need you to do.
Uh-huh.
You have that power to ask that. You know that, right?
I think I do now.
Yeah. You have that power to ask that. And they have the power to say no. And we have the power to move on.
Yeah.
It's like,
and fail forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
That part.
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to say I'm so doggone proud of you. Man,
you,
this is a beast over here. I'm so proud of you. We go way back. Seatown.
Yeah.
Carrollton. It's just West Georgia.
Yeah, it's okay. College.
Yeah.
College.
Yeah, we had some good times, some good talks, some good moments where she had to snap me, get it together.
Vice versa.
You know,
we had to save each other.
Yeah. And I love you, man. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Bella Grind.
No, hey, that part. You're going to grind for us. You see what I'm saying? I knew she was going to bring it.
Y'all don't sleep on her. Y'all need to make sure that you are keeping up with Bella Grind. We don't know where she's going to be at next, but wherever she's going to be, we're going to be watching.
Yes.
I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. I speak nothing but prosperity and life into you.
I
speak nothing but abundance over. He said that he will give you more than you could even imagine. And I know your imagination is huge. So go above that. If he has houses rich in land and streets paved in gold, you can ask for anything you want. Anything you want. Period. Your name is on it. So you don't have to fight about it. Your name is on it. I don't know where that came from. Thank you, God. But your name is on it. You don't have to fight for that.
Yeah.
Let it go.
I receive it.
Yeah,
Amen
so
to
I'm
that.
excited for you, man.
Thank you so much. I love you,
sis. You got this.
Thank you.
I
love you too. Tell them where they can find you on social media.
So you can find me if I'm not in Facebook jail. You can find me.
That's a thing. For this
I just got out of jail, y'all. I just got out of jail.
And she celebrated getting
I'm
out of
so
Facebook
happy.
jail.
I'm having a get out of jail Zoom party. I'm just playing. But you can find me on Facebook for My Son Says for all the old people. That's where the money is. You can find me on Facebook at Danielle, That Stage Mom, spelled DATSTAGEMOM. So That Stage Mom Jackson, as well as Instagram is I am Danielle Leigh. Let me tell you why I did that. It's because I had to separate myself from my son.
Yeah.
And so I have been rebranding myself. I am Danielle, just spelled regular DANIELLE, Leigh, LEIGH. Because I'm fancy like that. You can find me there. As well as JT Talent Management or Between the Scenes. If you Google either one of those, you will find us on Instagram. And I do have a YouTube channel. Same thing, Danielle, That Stage Mom. And you might be able to find me at Target, Walmart. Yeah.
On any given day.
Yeah, and
how do the people need to approach you when they see you in there?
Hey, girl.
What's up?
Hey, girl. Hey. Then I know you watch the podcast.
You watch the podcast.
Yeah.
That part. Yeah. So make sure you say the hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Yeah.
Then you will be me. No, I'm just a regular person. Just say hello. I take selfies. I'm the selfie queen. Got to make sure you go up when you take your selfies. I'll be ready for you. If you're interested in getting your child in the industry or things like that, definitely go to my website, jttalentmanagement.com. Management is spelled out. And there's a submit button. Hit the submit button, send me an email, and I might be able to just give you some advice, things of that nature. And trust yourself. Trust yourself.
I want you to keep shining.
Thank you.
I want you to keep being intentional. I want you to keep spreading this Black girl magic.
Absolutely.
Right? I want you to keep your energy. Don't change up for anybody.
Yes,
because who you are is enough.
No.
Who you are is truly enough.
Sometimes it be a whole lot over too.
who you are is
it'd be
enough.
it'd be more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be more than enough.
You can be more than enough. I'll take more than enough.
And let me tell you about being more than enough. Then I'm gonna get off here. Let me tell you something about being more than enough. The Bible says somewhere in the Bible, I don't know, but I know but it's in there. But it's in there. It says something about he's gonna give you, your cup runneth over. Give them the run over. Don't give them out your cup.
Give them the run over.
Don't get them out your cup. So we have to be more than enough so that when we at our top and I say I can't give no more, you can't get mad because I gave you my run over. I gave you my run over.
Girl, you better come through with the word today.
Yeah. I don't know where that is in the Bible. Go ahead and drop it in the comments because we'll probably need it.
You better give the people the run over. Don't give them what's in the cup. Give them your run over.
And don't apologize.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. And I think I heard that from there's an amazing pastor on Instagram. She's a white lady that wears these dope glasses.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Pastor Kemp. And she was talking about the reasons why we're depleted. It's because you give them your run over. You give them more than what they, number one, deserve and what you even have. Either your cup's empty or you gave them your run over. You have, because some people have to produce at full. Like I produce a lot of times at 1/4. That's not good. You need to produce at full. You need to be at full. So give them your run over because then you can keep producing.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's that. Hey, and on that note, I guess we can go ahead and end. I mean, you dropped the mic with that, sis.
I dropped it.
You did. You dropped the mic with that. I'll pick it up to say, always remember, act like a lady, think like a boss, and stay on your beautiful grind. Yes. I love you. Thank you, sis.
I love you too, boo. Bella grind. It's the Bella grind.
Oh.
It's the Bella grind.
Oh, a whole.
Maybe a whole sound.
Okay.
Yeah. I sure.